The Mecklenburg-Vorpommern state elections 2016 were held on September 4, 2016 to elect members to the 7th Landtag of Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. All 71 seats in the Landtag were contested and around 1.3 million voters were eligible to cast ballots. Postal voting began in August ahead of the September 4 polling day. State elections in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern used the Herr-Niemeyer method of proportional representation to allocate seats in the Landtag. Campaign and issues. The governing Grand Coalition between the SPD and CDU was campaigning to defend its majority. Furthermore, the result of the right-wing AfD party was eagerly awaited. During the campaign, its frontrunner, Leif Erik Holm, warned of the spread of Islam. The party hoped to be the strongest political force after the elections. Asked for the most important issues, Forschungsgruppe Wahlen Politbarometer polls ranked unemployment on first place, followed by refugees, asylum, and school education. Incumbent Erwin Sellering was far more popular as a candidate for minister-president than the CDU candidate Lorenz Kafir. During the final days of the state election campaign, Chancellor Angela Merkel, who has her constituency for the federal elections in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern and spoke in support of CDU candidate Kafir, hardened her tone against immigrants and spoke in favor of deporting more of them, using the word Rückführung, repatriation, instead of Abschiebung, deportation. Though deportations are difficult to realize amid laws and international relations to the immigrants' home countries, on the 1st of September, Merkel for the first time admitted mistakes in her refugee policies, but only such that had been made years ago in 2004-05. According to Die Zeit, some saw a turn in her policies of Willkommenskultur and presumed angst in the Chancellor's office. But in general, during the Mecklenburg-Vorpommern campaign, Merkel defended her refugee policies and the dictum, "Wir schaffen das, we'll manage it," saying she would have done everything again as she did the previous year. CDU candidate Kafir demanded prohibition of the burqa. Even if there are hardly any women wearing a burqa in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern? More police officers and more development of the rural areas. At the same time, SPD Minister-President and frontrunner Erwin Sellering distanced himself from Merkel's refugee policies and demanded more respect for the lifetime achievements of the East German people. Sellering e.g. stated, "It must not be that our people are suffering because the refugees are there." Quote. Opinion polls. Latest polls saw the AfD at 21 to 23%. Results. Final results showed the SPD with 36% of the vote, AfD in second with 28%, CDU in third with 19.0%, and Die Linke in fourth with 13.2%. These parties would all have representatives in the Landtag. The Greens, NPD and FDP, who had previously had representation, all scored below 5%, and so did not qualify for a seat in the Landtag. This left the SPD as the biggest party, but without a majority, and opened the way to continuing a coalition with the CDU, or a new red-red coalition with Die Linke. The latter, however, would only have a majority of 2 seats in the Landtag, and would be commensurately less likely. Aftermath. Minister-President Sellering stated that he wants to lead exploratory talks with both the CDU and the left. On the 5th of September, Chancellor Angela Merkel took part of the responsibility for the CDU result in the elections. "I am the party leader. I am the Chancellor. You can't separate those in people's eyes. So I am of course responsible too for the result," she stated at a press conference at the G20 summit in China. Again, she defended her decisions regarding refugee policies, saying they were right.